Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you something truly groundbreaking: how you can control and automate your Cisco routers using natural language, thanks to Claude Desktop and the Model Context Protocol or MCP. All the code you see today will be available on my GitHub. The link is in the description below. Imagine being able to ask an AI assistant to check your network's status, configure interfaces, or even roll out changes across your infrastructure just by typing or speaking. That is the art of possibility we are unlocking by combining Cloud Desktop, MCP, and your Cisco router. Now, here is how it all fits together. Cloud Desktop is your AI interface running on the PC. MCP, the Model Context Protocol, acts as the secure bridge between Claude and your infrastructure. And the custom Python MCP server connects directly to your Cisco routers using SSH. This setup means you can ask Claude to check router configurations, run show commands, or even push configuration changes without ever logging on to the Cisco CLI manually. Right. Let's look at the heart of this integration, the MCP server script. We use Python, NetMiko for SSH to Cisco devices, and the fast MCP library to expose our tools to Cloud Desktop. Now here's a quick look at the script part. We have the router inventory. Usually in production, you'll go via Ansible because the scale out becomes problematic using manually defined inventory on the script itself. Then you have connection logics wherein NetMiko will handle all of the SSH details, so you don't have to. And then you will have MCP tools wherein we expose the show commands, the configuration changes, and more. If you want to run a show command, just send a string. For configuration, send a list of commands. NetMiko takes care of the entering and exiting configuration mode. Okay. Let's see how do we tie all these things together. But before that, let's have a quick view at the topology. I'm using GNS3 with two routers connected to each other via OSPF and one application server that is connected to one of the routers, which is R2. Now, without further ado, let's see how all these things come together in action. So I'm going to go to my Claude Desktop and I'm going to ask a very simple and fundamental question for router R2. Tell me about my routing topology starting from router R2. So I want to have router R2 as the start of my topology. Now here's a very important part. Before Claude starts taking over the devices, it always checks with you called human in the loop so that you know what exactly is being executed, right? So you can expand the run command and it tells you what is being executed. So I'll allow once. So I have to allow every individual commands that are being executed. There we go. And by the way, Claude is using its own magic to bring the configuration from different commands together to give me an overview eventually. So now it is trying to complete the topology picture. Now here we go. So it has very accurately prepared the topology. It tells me about the interfaces which are configured on router R2. It tells me about the configuration which shows me the direct connection to router R1, right? It tells me what the local segments are. It tells me what routing protocols are being used. It also tells me about the routes which are learned. This is quite fantastic. Let me also check with it. Is my application server 192.168.4.10 reachable from R2? So it can be a very important tool while you are troubleshooting in large topologies. Let's see how it goes about it. There we are. So a live command was executed, which showed that 5 out of 5 packets were received, and the latency is 1 to 3 millisecond, right? And it also tells you that it is connected to the LAN segment directly. So in short, it has a very good visibility of the topology and gives you more information while troubleshooting. Now let's see. Validate R2 configuration and suggest fixes. This could be a very good tool when you're auditing the security posture of your device's configuration. Let's see how detailed it is. So it is going to take some time. We'll collect a lot of data before it gets back to us with the list of improvement. And by the way, while this entire process is in progress, I want to elaborate or rather stress on a part that this approach isn't just for 1 or 2 routers. You can scale it to your whole network. Just keep on adding more devices to your inventory or latch onto the likes of Ansible towers. And because you can use environment variable or a secret manager, your credential will stay secure. A lot of commands are being fired, and then there will be a correlation performed. Let's see how good it is. Wow, here we are. So there are critical issues highlighted wherein OSPF is advertising a subnet, but there are no interfaces on it. So it is advising you to remove the non-existent network from OSPF. It goes to the extent of producing the configuration, right? And we can also implement the configuration with the right configuration in the MCP server. So the suggested configuration can be pushed directly, but that would be more futuristic. I would highly suggest a learning curve, get comfortable with the environment, and then go towards implementation of configuration. So here we go. It tells you how to get things fixed on the OSPF side, right? It also tells you the security enhancement for the configuration, wherein you should use a strong password, have point-to-point interfaces wherever required, and also suggests you to do OSPF tuning. And here is a summary: interface configuration and IP addressing, OSPF neighborship relationship with R1, basic routing functionality, and application server connectivity is something that has been validated and is working correctly. What is not working correctly is OSPF advertising non-existing subnet, OSPF wildcard mask, weak password configuration, and missing point-to-point OSPF network type. In short, this can be very helpful to troubleshoot things faster, right? And this is just the beginning. With MCP, you can connect cloud to switches, firewall, cloud APIs, almost everything. The art of possibility is about freeing you from repetitive tasks and letting you focus on what matters. If you found this demo inspiring, hit like, subscribe, and check out the full code on my GitHub. The link is in the description. Let me know in the comments what and how you would like to automate next with Claude and MCP. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.